Guten Tagen and welcome back to our Erlengrat adventure. I thought we were done and ready to move on into November. However, we got a last minute phone call begging for help because there is a serious winter storm moving in. And this field desperately needs to be plowed or cultivated before the storm hits. Temperatures are expected to drop, and if the ground freezes too hard, we won't be able to plow or cultivate the field. So I'm working on that. Should be done before the storm gets too bad. As you can see, it's pretty windy and the snow is being blown right across the field. I also apologize for the lack of posting to our Erlengrat adventure story time. It's been over a week since I posted a last update. But the grass bug really set me back. Like I said in the last video, I'm not sure if this is going to continue, how we're going to deal with it. But apparently I'm not the only one having the bug. And it is also a bug that's appeared on several other maps. So, it is something that Giants is aware of. I haven't got a response yet to my bug report. But I guess it's also happening on other maps, so it's definitely something they will want to fix. There was a post from Steggy in the forums. I've mentioned Steggy before. He's the Chief Technical Officer for Giants, and he posted that there is a patch expected in the next couple of weeks. I'll do a separate video on that. Mainly because I think two things. I think it means it'll fix some of the bugs, but I also think it means that the first DLC add-on is going to be expected in the next couple of weeks, because Giants typically have a history of posting a patch at around the same time they release a DLC. That way the DLC is not bug-ridden when people get it. I think most people understand when they get a brand new game like Farming Simulator 22 when it first came out in November, that there were going to be some bugs, but people definitely don't expect bugs when they get a DLC. So if Giants follows true to the course, we should be getting both a DLC and a patch. Now, as far as the story goes, I think I now have a pretty good idea of where I want to go. I have to do some research into farming in Switzerland before I was comfortable continuing the series, which is another reason it's been a couple of days since I posted. I wasn't exactly sure what crops they grow in Switzerland due to the climate. Obviously grass is a major product because of all the hillsides. It's not a product, it's just something that grows a lot of. However, wheat, barley, those are fairly common. There's a lot of bread types made in Switzerland. It's not quite as famous as France for its breads. So most of the grain crops, sorghum, no, not really growing, but the game will grow it because it's programmed into the game. Sugarcane, definitely not something that's really growing here. Most of the sugar comes from sugar beets, which is a apparently very popular crop. Canola, or oilseed rape as it's called, is also popular. Sugar beets, like I said, is very, and potatoes are very prolific because the ground conditions and the weather are perfect for it. Plus, of course, you can't make chocolate without sugar. So between the brown Swiss cows and their high-fat milk and the sugar from the sugar beet, that's a major product towards chocolate. So anyway, I'm going to finish up this field. We will have some selling to do in December. We still have 60,000 liters of potatoes. And I'm done this contract. So maybe I won't be seeing you as soon as I'm done. So we have some potatoes to get rid of. Our greenhouse is producing rather well. Let's go ahead and complete this contract, and then I'm going to teleport back to the farm. Collect. So that field is done. The BGA has sold all our silage bales from the last episode, so we made quite a bit of money off that, which is why we're sitting pretty. And I really do like the way the wind is blowing the snow instead of it just falling straight down. So I'm going to go inside, have some supper, and then we will see you in December. Well, here we are. As you can see, the snow kept falling, and while the wind has died down, it has left quite a bit of snow on the ground. The bicycle's half buried. So we have quite a bit of work ahead of us to clean up the yard. The problem is, nobody seems to know where the snowblower is. Apparently it was lent to another farmer last year, and it hasn't been returned. Since we don't know who it got lent to, we don't know who to go ask to have it returned to. Or returned from. And we have quite a bit of work we want to get done today. Most of which will probably be okay with the tractor. But I want to get this produce down to the market, and I seriously doubt the truck is going to get out of here. We got some of a contract for some of these silage bales to go to the BGA. and we have some potatoes sitting in storage, and let's just check the price. I believe the price of potatoes is quite good right now. Yep, it's $700 at Felsburn. Fortunately, it's in storage at the train yard, so it shouldn't take us too much to. We'll just load the train and away it goes. And then we got this honey to get rid of. So, looks like we're in the market for a snowblower and or a snow plow. I believe both our tractors, have front loading attachments. Perfect. Let's take this one, as it has the least hours on it. Sorry, I was just debating whether to try and move the truck or not. It's definitely buried in there good. But I think since we're going to have to plow or blow the yard anyway, we might as well go down to the dealer and get the equipment we need. And then we'll try moving the truck afterwards. At least somebody's cleared the road, sort of. Oof, all these people walking about without... Well, it's not that cold, but just a lot of snow. So I'm half expecting it to, or at least some of it to melt. But we have quite a bit of snow in the forecast, so... And so much for the machinery dealership clearing their parking lot. Anyway, I'm going to go inside, see what they can arrange for us, and then I will see you guys in a few minutes. So we ended up with both a snowplow and a snowblower. Just because of the size of the yard. And these were the largest implements they had left in stock. So, the other thing, did I mention I was speaking to Dad last night back in Canada, and apparently my niece Laura, who's finishing up her agricultural studies at the University of Guelph, she wanted to come over and help us out on the farm, but due to the travel restrictions, it doesn't look like she's going to be able to. So she's going to help Dad out on the farm back home, and I'm sure she will be needed in the spring if we're still tied up here. But I guess only time will tell. Let's see how well this plow works. Well, it got stuck right off the bat.
Let's angle the plow a little bit to the other side, and then we'll try again. Everything's got this weird orange glow to it. Alright, let me try the snowblower instead, and we'll see what happens. There, that's working much better. Should be able to, well, we'll work on getting the truck out afterwards. For now, we'll just work on clearing up this part of the yard. Make sure we've got access to our silage bales, and we'll try not to hit everything on the farm. Now, the annoying thing is, and this is for real as opposed to role-playing, I was hoping when Giants first announced that there would be snow in the game, that they would have some sort of snow removal contract system, much like exists in real life in areas that receive a fair amount of snow. But obviously, for those of you that have played the game and had enough snow in the wintertime, that is not the case. And the other thing that's quite frustrating is, on Elm Creek, you can kind of role play the snow removal aspect, because you can go onto other businesses and you can actually plow or snow blow the snow off the businesses. So you could role play that you had a contract to do that for the local business. With Erlengrat, that doesn't seem to be the case. I did try snow blowing the lumber mill, the train station, the chocolate factory, and the grocery store, and none of which would let me move any snow. Nothing would happen. The only good thing that came out of that was when I was down at the grocery store after buying the implements, I found out that we still have 3 cotton bales sitting there, if you remember from our cotton harvest contracts. So we were planning on selling those. Fortunately, the price of cotton is going up, so those will be on our list of things to sell. Anyway, let me finish up the yard, and I will be back with you. Excuse me while I laugh my butt off, but I was just about to bring you guys back into the video to show you how much work I got done, both with the snowblower and the snowplow. As you can see, I successfully got the snowplow working, and it does go a little bit quicker than the snow blower, which I think is limited to 6 miles an hour, or it's not very fast anyway. maybe I should try putting it on the front of the tractor. Anyway, I had just about finished the yard, and I was going to show you guys the last little bit, which I had left around here. And I actually figured out why I was having so much trouble with the snowblade. The game has 2 snow states. Here is snow state number 2. The lower level here is snow state number 1. And I tried it on Elm Creek, where it was only at snow state level 1. I kind of cheated the snow in. And the snowplow had no problem. It didn't get overloaded. It did its job perfectly. As soon as I let it get to snow state number 2, it started to struggle. And if you've watch this. See, it'll have a hard time. It'll be fine. No, I don't want that one down. It'll be fine until it gets to a certain point. There we go, and it starts to overwhelm the snowplow. And then you have to do a second pass. Now, I'm going to use the snowblower here anyway. Because I obviously don't want great big piles like I have in front of me here in front of the garage in case I need to repair the tractors, which, the way it's snowing, I'm probably going to need to do. But look. Apart from the... See those manhole covers that Giants put in the game? They're not flush with the ground. And the snowplow hits them. But as you can see, no problem with the snowplow where it's in the first snow state. See, with the snowplow I can do 12. In snow state 1 I can do 12 miles an hour or so, which I just can't do with the snowblower. See, easy as pie. I have to get a proper joystick or something to push the snow around. Oh, and that's the other thing that's an obstacle, are these little concrete lips. I think I saw some, well, I saw a video on how to remove them on Erlengrat, so I don't know if it will work on this map or not. But for now, let's just call this the Storm of the Century. And this is where I'm kind of wishing you could put an AI worker onto snow removal. I just want to get the edge of the driveway clear so we can get out no problem. And see how it bounces up. Yep, like I said, I really wished I'd put snowplow contracts in the game because I could have made a fortune in snowplow removal this winter. Now, the other thing that's bothering me is I can remove this right up to here. But why the grate of the silo is covered and is not plowable, I don't know. So that's enough snow removal operations for right now. I asked the wife if she wanted to take over so I could continue doing stuff, and she said she was busy. I guess she's doing some bookkeeping or something. I'm not sure what. But anyway, there should be no cover on that one. I want to get rid of the potatoes while the price is good, which is why $21,000, but we had 66,000. And I know they must, darn it, this means we're going to have to pay extra for the train. We must have put some in the other silo. I thought we'd put them all in one. At least the train's not having any trouble with the snow. The other thing is the BGA called and they want their silage to turn into electricity. Apparently there is, well, obviously with the storm, there's extra demand and on the electricity grid, so yeah, they want they want their silage so they can help alleviate some of the demand on the electricity grid. So I'm gonna have to do that once the potatoes are sold. There, I think that's all of our potatoes. Yep. And the quickest way out of here is to back the train up instead of go forward. Oh, we've also had this field here, I forget the number on it, the one right beside the grain. So the farmer apparently is having financial difficulties. Yes, we want to sell. 55 leasing costs and 60,000. That's not bad. Anyway, he's had financial difficulties, so he's looking to unload either field 3 or 4. So we may be in the market for a field in the spring, depending on, again, like I said, whether we decide to stay or not. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to get stuck. I almost got stuck a minute ago. You can see the Valtra's having a hard time. So we'll get these down to the BGA, and then we'll see how much money we make off of that. I am going the right way. Yep, I'm going the right way to the BGA. That would make a decent screenshot. Oh, no, that won't make a decent screenshot. I wonder who knocked that sign down. I haven't... Look, all these signs are knocked down, and I haven't even been this way. Traffic must be having problems. Haha. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that can knock down traffic signs. There's the BGA on the horizon. And there's the train going backwards. I wonder if we confused it. Oh, you know, no, I did. I returned the rented train. One way? No, that would be a one-way sign in Canada. I think that's just a directional sign here. So let's unload, and we'll see how much money we make. I can't go backwards. The snow's too deep. I really didn't realize that snow had this much effect on vehicles in the game. I have a pallet fork. I hope I can lift bales with that. But I don't have a weight on the back of the tractor today, so that's the problem. Boy, this storm is causing nothing but problems. Oh no, I got two there, so I don't want that. All right, that's a problem. Let's deal with it the old-fashioned way. It's called super strength. I really thought the Valtra would be able to handle 1 point some tons. Well, there is a brand new Case Puma 240 sitting down at the dealership. We may have to look at that. And I'm surprised the BJ is taking all of this. Well, looks 50% full. Somebody, we won't mention who, did mess with the XML file for the BJ and doubled its capacity, which is probably why it took all those bales. Let's have a quick look and see. I don't know why I'm stuck like that. Wage payment, we don't have one of those today. Fertilizer costs. So we made 90,000 off those bales. We made a lot more in October. Remember when we had that big baling contract? Whoa. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the farm. I'm going to finish clearing the snow. And we will see you all next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the storm of the century. Stay tuned, there's more winter fun coming. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.